In the previous episode, the legendary blade, Tran Tin Yen Wei, emerged in the Northern Territory near the Beast Taming Academy. Tu Luong, intent on claiming the blade, had yet to act when he was suddenly attacked by it. In that critical moment, he hurriedly sent a message to the white deer for rescue. Let's see what unfolds next. There was no sign of Moon Fang. The snake maiden covered her mouth and laughed heartily. Moon Fang was truly decapitated by Tran Tin Yen Wei. That fool was still checking his phone until the end. What a joke, she shouted in triumph. I have defeated the legendary Moon King. Turning to the blade, she said, now, Tran Tin Yen Wei is mine. But as she looked at it, she froze in shock. What? How is Tran Tin Yen Wei being provoked again? In its current weakened state, this shouldn't be possible. Suddenly, she turned and saw in the distance as the dust cleared, revealing Tu Luong, unharmed and standing tall. The snake maiden stammered in disbelief. Impossible. Not even a scratch on him? Behind Tu Luong stood an enormous figure. What is that? This is too massive. Is it an emperor-level beast? If it's a supreme level, then this is way too big. But if it were emperor level, there should have been more commotion in the Northern Territory. What on earth is this? The snake maiden trembled, holding a teleportation stone in her hand, itching to crush it and escape. But she quickly dismissed the thought. Now isn't the time to run. Even if it means death. I must see Moon King's beast. This could be a rare opportunity. As the dust cleared further, a colossal white deer revealed itself, surpassing even the scale of Dap Fan Tri Wei, the supreme beast. The snake maiden sank to the ground. How can this be? This creature was 4 or 5 times larger than the great moon demon Cain, one of the most fearsome beings in the Black Moon sect. But how could someone at 1-star level like him wield the power of a supreme level beast? That must be the only flaw in his capability. A drop of sweat rolled down to Luong's face. What a magnificent sight. This small deer turned into something so grand and powerful. Even I'm stunned. He had no idea how the white deer managed to arrive there or how it had saved him. It was almost as if it had teleported. Moreover, there was a spectral image of a large, 2-horned woman behind it. Clearly an ancestor. Will she grow to look like that in the future? Tu Luong thought. The deer looked at Tu Pham and said, can you hold back Tran Tin Yen Wei? I don't want to be struck by that blade again. Tu Luong's face fell. Hold it back? Are you serious? The deer continued. If you're standing here, you must have a plan, right? A sudden realization hit Tu Luong. That strike just now means I've had direct contact with its true form. He summoned the moon records. Flipping through its pages, I should be able to find detailed information about it now. But even with that, I might not be able to handle this situation. If not, then I'll have to use Dap Fan Tri Wei to flee. So much for being the most useless character, he thought. Feeling a bit defeated as he prepared to retreat even before the battle began. The moon records glowed, revealing the details of Tran Tin Yen Wei, classified as a supreme-level moonlight beast. It was the legendary beast that lost its blade sheath after the moon shattered in ancient times. For thousands of years, it had been searching, drifting between slumber and wakefulness. Unable to reclaim its sheath, it refused to communicate with any creature. The former sheath of Tram Tin Yen Wei was Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua, a supreme-level moonlight relic that had yet to be unlocked. Tu Luong rested his chin thoughtfully. So there was indeed a supreme-level blade sheath. If he had information about the sheath, communicating with Tram Tin Yen Wei might not be difficult. Tu Luong realized a problem. Even the ancient Wei Than Kung had no knowledge of this, suggesting that Tram Tin Yen Wei existed before the Moon Temple. It was possible that even the wielder of Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua did not know its origin. Tram Tin Yen Wei opened its eyes again. The snake woman panicked and dashed toward the giant serpent, trying to crawl inside to hide. Tram Tin Yen Wei glared at the white deer. The deer, annoyed, retorted, "What are you staring at?" The powerful auras of the two supreme beasts collided. Tu Luong made his move, running toward Tram Tin Yen Wei The snake woman, on the verge of entering the serpent, glanced back at Moon King. What was he trying to do? He had stepped outside the protection range of that deer. Was he tired of living? Standing before Tram Tin Yen Wei Tu Luong smiled confidently. Submit to me. Tram Tin Yen Wei Amidst the pressure radiating from the two supreme creatures, Tu Luong remained calm. reaching out his hand to touch Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk. The beast, enraged, prepared to unleash its power. To Luong spoke the name. Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua, Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk. You're looking for her, aren't you? Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk looked at him in astonishment. To Luong continued, I swear by the name of Wei then she in deep asterisk. Within 3 years, the sheath will be brought before you. In exchange, you must agree to one of my conditions. Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk stared at him for a moment before slowly closing its eyes. Relinquishing its defensive stance, its form began to fade into the blade. To Luong's hand penetrated the barrier. The snake woman gasped. He passed through. How could this be? To Luong enveloped the blade with Ho Trung Wei asterisk, transforming it into energy that flowed through Ho Trung Wei asterisk and merged into his body. Thus, To Luong had subdued Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk, only with words. The deer, seeing De Luong's confident pose, blushed slightly. This time, the outside world was bound to be shocked. The snake woman stared in disbelief. It was clear that even thousands of powerful beast tamers had failed to subdue Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk because of its indestructible nature. However, once a pact was made, it could be destroyed by the death of the pact holder. Therefore, to make Tram Tin Yen Wei asterisk agree, one had to convince it that they would never be defeated. This is the Moon King, the snake woman muttered. So, witnessing it firsthand is the only way to comprehend. With this realization, she declared, I must use my death to convey this information to the Black Moon cult. The snake woman screamed and ordered the giant serpent to attack. To Luong turned his head calmly. This woman has seen too much. Though I do not have the habit of killing to silence. The white deer exhaled a puff of air. The massive serpent evaporated, and the residual force flattened several nearby mountains into plains. To Luong was stunned by the scene. Shocked to his core. Was that really necessary? Had I been too careless with what I fed her before? The snake woman, coughing up blood due to backlash, recalled every detail: the moon god palace, the moonlight pavilion, the white deer. So that's how it is. This is not a naturally born supreme being. This is the descendant of an emperor. And her ancestor was. I cannot die now. This information is even more crucial than Tram Tin Yen Wei. She reached for her teleportation stone, summoning 3 high-level beasts to create a diversion, planning to redirect their attention and then escape. The area wasn't fully sealed off yet. As long as she distanced herself from Wei Fuang, she would have a chance. Just as her hand was about to crush the stone, a small butterfly snatched it away. The snake woman and the deer were both startled. That's a low-level Xian Kuangdeep? Ta Pham held the teleportation stone and smirked. In a battlefield of supreme beings, who would pay attention to a mere low-level Xian Kuangdeep? Wouldn't you agree? The snake woman froze for a moment, then smiled. Even if it's too late. At last, I understand why you are called Wei Fuang. The white deer gently exhaled, saying, Wei Fuang, it is an honor to have fought by your side. And with that thought, she disappeared beyond the ravine. A girl from Song Wei sect called out, Master of the sect, before respectfully kneeling. Tu Luong declared, Sha Kaitoa is dead. Lift the seal, and from now on, Tram Tin Yen Wei will be under my watch. The news of Wei Fuang subduing Tram Tin Yen Wei sent shockwaves across all factions. In the southern region of the Moonlight Territory, at Thuong Wei Sacred Sect, Emperor Thuong Wei, soaking in a hot spring, was met with a panicked subordinate who reported, Terrible news. Tram Tin Yen Wei has been subdued by Wei Fuang. The emperor calmly replied, Do not panic. I anticipated this. Wei Fuang is the favored one of the Moonlight, and the holder of the Moonlight Codex. So, this was only natural. The subordinate anxiously added, But, Your Majesty, you too were born a 4-star beast tamer, with an imperial-level beast, and eyes that can pierce through all the moonlight in the world. The emperor chuckled. Indeed, I am curious to see which way the moonlight truly leans. The Moon God Festival. Let all candidates within the sect step down. A confused girl muttered, Huh? On the northern edge of the central region, the spirit maiden reported to the Black Moon Sacred Mountain. Great Lord of the Sacred Mountain. Those two are approaching. Black Moon Sacred Mountain. Spirit Seat asked, Do you think, this time, I will lose to Wei Fuang again? The spirit maiden responded, even as one of the top followers. I have never doubted it. You will surely defeat Wei Fuang and restore the glory of the Black Moon sect. A whirlpool formed by the sea, and a voice echoed from within. Dark Moon Holy Mountain, I hope your plan will not disappoint us. The blonde-haired moon spirit of the Nine Hells spoke. If we perish in battle, our sect will willingly submit to Moon King. The blue-haired moon path of the Nine Hells added. No one can defy the gods. You should understand that. Dark Moon Holy Mountain replied. Rest assured, the plan will definitely succeed. He then turned and said, let's go to the Moonlight Beastmaster Academy. We shall await the moon god's sacrificial ceremony and the death of Moon King. In the grand hall of the Moonlight Observatory, voices rose. Is the moon god's sacrificial ceremony really about to begin? Echoed a stunned shout. The white deer spoke. Only when the moon shines at its brightest will the moon god descend with guidance. The last moon god's sacrificial ceremony was over 1,000 years ago. Tu Luong rubbed his face and said, I know. The principal of the Beastmaster Academy has been in contact with me for a while. Once the moon god's sacrificial ceremony begins, all selected Moonlight Beastmasters will become sacrifices to contend for the position of the final Moon King. The reward for victory will make the growth of that Beastmaster terrifyingly rapid. It could even ignite a war among kings, persisting until someone claims the throne or others abdicate. Only then will the moon god's sacrificial ceremony end. So, this ceremony won't conclude until you defeat Emperor Thuong Wei 3 years from now. After reading the information online, Ta Pham's face twisted in dismay. Not only that, he muttered, the sacrifices can locate each other. So, per the principal's request, I have to help her protect the 2 students marked for sacrifice. Internally, he screamed, why do I have to fulfill the original owner's promises with this body? After all, the former owner had deceived countless people under the guise of the moon god's name. Tu Luong did not recall that he himself had also used his words to deceive others, like when he used mere words to subdue the moonlit abyssal blade. The white deer seemed unfazed, saying, no need to fret, aren't there rewards for the battle? Who knows, maybe after 3 years, even Emperor Thuong Wei will only be fit to carry your shoes. Plus, there is a rare chance to obtain the missing pages of the moon record. Tu Luong's eyes widened in surprise. Obtaining those missing pages allows you to sign contracts with dozens of beasts? He exclaimed. But I already have the entire moon record. How could others possess missing pages? The white deer yawned and, growing impatient, nudged Tu Luong. Stop overthinking. Hurry up and tell the keeper to grant me freedom so I can go outside and gaze at the moon. I can conveniently help you. Look after those 2 little girls. The white deer turned to look at Tu Luong, who was sprawled against the wall in a large X shape. A single charge from a supreme-level creature nearly punctured his kidney, leaving him frustrated. He muttered something about 100 ways to cook venison in annoyance. The deer ignored him. A message came through with the profiles of 2 students. The headmaster had entrusted Tu Luong to protect Bai Wei Nhi, 16 years old, from the Bai Saint family in the west, daughter of an emperor, a hybrid of human and tiger, possessing supreme-level attributes, but mysteriously locked in a deep sleep, believed to be due to a low power level. That prevented her appearance. Initially mistaken for a catgirl, it turned out she was part tiger. Bitch Dao, 16 years old, from the most prosperous human kingdom in the Northern Territory, the 4th princess of the Bitch Moon Empire, renowned from a young age for summoning supreme-level beasts to battle enemies. Tu Luong sighed. A princess and an emperor's daughter. Truly burdensome. Better to send them off first and think later. He shared the information with the deer, which responded, the one at the top seems interesting. Leave her with me at another location. Bai Wei Ni's face was gloomy. The asterisk tranquil star phantom moon has been subdued by Moon Fang. I never even imagined it. Tu Gun said, alright, let's go to the lecture hall. Aren't there some important announcements coming up? The white deer watched from a distance. Ah, so that's the hybrid girl from the Bai Saint family. Her scent is memorable, but she doesn't seem too bright. The sky's about to rain. Better head back before my abilities weaken in the rain. Just as it turned, a supreme-level flying beast descended. Storm Tyrant, a supreme-level creature, landed in front of them. Bai Wei Nhi said. Found one of the 5 supreme targets. The two girls screamed in fear as the beast confidently said, "My child, I'll give you 10 seconds to summon all your beasts. I don't enjoy killing beast tamers with sneak attacks." Bai Wei Nhi and Agun hugged each other. Trembling, the deer immediately recognized the 7 stars on the beast's shoulder, marking it as the creature of a 7-star beast tamer, proof that its master possessed an emperor-level beast. Meanwhile, in another part of the area, Princess Bitch Dao and her entourage were heading toward the lecture hall. She complained about being summoned in the rain. Wondering what was happening, Bitch Dao noticed To Luang's butterfly and whispered, "Oh, is that a low-level * silkworm of light?" The silkworm landed on her hand, and one of her servants quickly intervened. "Your Highness, that's a low-level beast. You shouldn't touch it." Bitch Dao was annoyed. Why follow Moon King's odd philosophies? What's wrong with playing with it a little? Who knows? Maybe Moon King is secretly playing with small creatures too. Are you talking about Moonfang? A voice called from behind. I love topics related to Moonfang. Mind if I join? A girl with 2 sharp horns approached slowly. The maids blocked her path. Bitch Dao shouted, "Get lost, ugly. Can't you see I'm on my way to a student meeting?" Despite being called ugly, the girl suppressed her anger and smiled. Is that so? Well, I want to join too. It's a shame that I had to deal with such a young supreme. It's almost enough to make me want to cry, she said, her voice dripping with mock sympathy. The onlookers gasped at the sight of the goat beside her. A supreme-level beast. The demon-eyed antelope. Bitch Dao recognized this and knew immediately. It was a member of the Black Moon sect. In the teaching square of the Beast Taming Academy, the vice principal was beginning to worry since Bok Wei Nhi and Bitch Dao had not arrived. It felt as though something serious was brewing. He couldn't wait any longer. Lifting a loudspeaker, he addressed the students. Dear students, please listen carefully to what I'm about to say. The moon god ritual, held only once in over 1,000 years, is about to commence. Once it begins, Moonlight System beast tamers with high potential will be chosen as combat offerings to appease the gods. Each victory will yield colossal rewards, and the rules to determine the final winner are. A deep voice interrupted from the sky, finishing his sentence. To fight each other until only one remains. That person will be the true Moon King of this era. A round, monstrous beast emerged, its terrifying grin sending chills down spines. It was the companion beast of a 7-star tamer. The vice principal immediately ordered everyone to evacuate. A deafening explosion erupted, sending the vice principal flying. She was horrified. That's a combat skill of a 7-star supreme. Her moon veil, a 7-star shield, was only capable of self-defense. She looked around and realized that none of the students were harmed, although confusion was clear on their faces. What just happened? She and the bushy-mouthed instructor muttered. Bewildered, the beast in the sky laughed. My attack was absorbed. Looks like Moon Fang has made his move. Moon Fang is watching me. Tu Luang, hidden in the crowd with his head covered, felt relieved. Thanks to the battle at Moon Hidden Mountain, Ho Trung Wei's defensive skill had tripled in strength. Even so, 40% of the shield had shattered. If this were before, everyone would have been reduced to ashes. A burst of red lightning appeared next to the humanoid beast. Ripping through space, another 7-star supreme creature emerged. The vice principal began to sweat. A 7-star beast tamer. That means the enemy likely has an emperor-level beast. The newly arrived 7-star creature shouted at the humanoid beast. What are you doing? What will happen if all these people die? Is it necessary? The humanoid beast scoffed, as if it had planned everything. What do you know? Moon Fang doesn't care about the lives of these ants. The new creature snapped back. Idiot, this is double moon sect territory. Our mission is only to keep the 2 vice principals occupied. Thuong Nhu Wei noticed something and asked the lunar angel. Are you from the celestial moon sect? 5 years ago, I went there for training as an exchange student and was lucky enough to witness the skill of one of you. Why are you attacking us? The 2 beasts ignored her and continued their conversation. So, what's the plan? Half of it is mine, said the humanoid beast. The angelic beast agreed. All right, let's do it. I'll give you 1 minute to educate these naive students. After that, we won't hold back anymore. The students, upon hearing this, panicked and ran away. Tu Luang walked while opening his phone, searching for information about the origins of these 2 beasts. He muttered, is it really Tin Mi Wei *? Not daring to show yourself. And even emperors dare not appear? Still dreaming of leaving unscathed after causing chaos here? To Luong's face turned dark and intimidating. He summoned Tram Tin Yen Wei for the two vice principals. This was the first time they had seen this blade firsthand, so they were somewhat astonished. Tram Tin Yen Wei a supreme level being, opened its eyes, ready to strike. Huang Niu Wei, seeing its stance, sensed something was off. Wait, this stance doesn't distinguish between friend and foe. Does it intend to kill everyone present? A flash of light engulfed everyone. Moments later, Huang Niu Wei coughed beside a crater. I survived. It seems Moon King still cares for his people's lives. Standing up and looking around, the two beasts lay flattened inside the crater. The angel-like creature, trembling, stammered. There was absolutely no way to resist. Is this truly the power of Tram Tin Yen Wei *? But even if we die in battle, we're merely a welcoming gift for you. The humanoid beast floated up and issued a warning. Ultimately, the emperor will soon appear before you. The two beasts gathered their strength as Tram Tin Yen Wei * prepared to strike again. To Luong felt anxious. After two attacks, Ho Trung Wei *'s shield was down to only 4%, no longer usable. Only 3 seconds remained before Tram Tin Yen Wei * would draw its blade. If they didn't stop now, everyone, including himself, would be reduced to ashes. What should I do? To Luong started to panic. This might truly be the end. Tram Tin Yen Wei * swung its blade, unleashing a terrifying force. The angelic creature stared in horror as a loud explosion echoed. Even students far away felt the aftershock. Was that Moon King's beast? Some students pointed at the sky and shouted, "Look at the sky, everyone!" There, amidst the smoke, two moons appeared. The humanoid beast, now half-evolved, shouted, "Are you insane? Why use the power to create 5 minutes of a full moon? Even if it's to save a life through full moon evolution. Have you considered how severe the consequences will be?" The angelic creature, evolved with 6 wings, knelt and sobbed, "I'm sorry." Despite an innate sense of confidence, the humanoid beast was irritated. "Foolish woman, right now, we're facing Moon King under the full moon." Suddenly, the two beasts turned to see a giant rabbit before them. The humanoid creature broke out in cold sweat. Is that the Wei Cam Knock * of supreme level? But something about it seems off. The angelic creature hid behind, fearful. Moreover, Tram Tin Yen Wei * had become unusual. Were they about to face two supreme creatures at once? Tram Tin Yen Wei * swung its blade horizontally at the rabbit. The two beasts were stunned. The sugarcane thicket even comes in this form. To think that it would kill its own teammates. Truly, every faction has its own avenger. Outside the royal estate, a purple energy wave erupted, stunning the maids around. The two-horned beast muttered, "Are you kidding me? Can you all hold out for just 1 minute?" The malevolent gazelle fired red beams from its eyes, piercing through the summoned beasts of the maids, delivering fatal blows. Bitch Dao quickly called out her own beast. A bitch Lin eagle appeared. The two-horned girl smirked. "So, you've finally summoned your supreme little one. Interesting, but too bad." Red energy beams shot through the eagle's body. The two-horned girl continued, "The bitch Lin eagle isn't a moonlight type. It doesn't align with your attribute, which is why it remains untransformed, right?" Seeing the situation spiraling out of control, one of the maids ordered, "Black Panther, carry bitch Dao away. Princess, flee to the edge of the dark mist. Perhaps, once outside, you can be saved." The two-horned girl yawned. "Did I say you could just leave like that?" The gazelle effortlessly slaughtered everyone around. Bitch Dao collapsed to the ground, terrified as she looked up at the two-horned girl. "Ha ha, seems like this is the end." The butterfly slipped from Bitch Dao's grasp and flew up. Both the two-horned girl and the gazelle looked shocked. The two-horned girl fell back, holding her face in horror. How can there be a Xian Kuang butterfly here? Why does it have to be now? Bitch Dao was puzzled. Could it be that this Xian Kuang butterfly came to save her? There was no time to think. She had to run out first and think later. The Xian Kuang butterfly followed in Bitch Dao's direction as she fled. The two-horned girl sat there, grabbing her head and screaming, "Oh, my apologies, Sacred Mountain Lord. I can't continue with this operation. Because the one thing the Black Moon sect fears most is the Xian Kuang butterfly." One person and one beast held each other, sobbing, at Bai Wei Ni's place. The beast began counting down from 10 seconds. The white deer stood in the bush, considering. A 7-star Supreme Storm Tyrant. A Duang Hoang Tuyat is here? Does that mean the water-type Emperor is also present? What if fighting the small one draws out the big one? This is getting really troublesome. The beast finished its 10-second countdown. It raised its hand and said, "Time's up. If you won't summon your beasts, then don't blame me." It created a current of water, sweeping up the two of them. A pink cloud floated over, lifting Wei Nhi and a gun into the air. The beast frowned. A cloud? This can't be the power of the Bai Holy Clan. Seems like an unexpected change. Who are you? Wei Nhi and a gun turned to see the white deer standing on the cloud. Tu Gun gasped. A mid-level white Wa deer. Saving us from a supreme being? The deer had no choice. It had promised Wei Fuang, and could only see it through. The beast clasped its hands, saying, "Duang Hoang Tuyan, the third under the Emperor of Eternal Autumn, the Storm Tyrant." The deer glanced around. So, that leader of Eternal Autumn didn't come with you? The beast, irritated, muttered, daring to call the Emperor that name. It responded, "According to the rules of the Dual Moon Sect, the Emperor will not appear here. Besides, this is merely a battle of supremes." The white deer, relieved, said, "Ah, so that's it. No worries. Then, honestly, I'm someone who yields to strength." The beast clasped its hands in anger and shouted, "Don't push it. Battle skill, ocean depth strike." A surge of water engulfed the white deer, submerging it entirely until only a stream of energy emerged. The monster was shocked. "It's just like me, no physical form?" Realizing this, it resorted to its last move, crossing its arms over its chest. It created an orb of water energy that enveloped the deer, which then exploded, leaving no trace. This time, it's certainly obliterated, it thought, turning its gaze towards the two moons. It wondered, what is that star-crazed moon doing? Altering the moon's shape on a whim? In a place teeming with moonlight-type beasts, this has significant effects on someone like me. A water type. At least the enemy is defeated. I must go back and demand an explanation. Before it could take more than a few steps, a voice called out, "Wait, how about we postpone this fight until after the full moon? I don't need the full moon to defeat you, believe me." The white deer, now transformed into a beautiful woman under the moonlight, spoke. The beast, infuriated, charged at her, yelling, "Postpone? Never." Before it could touch even a strand of her hair, an enormous horn pierced through it. Terrified, it thought, how can this be? A power greater than a supreme, a royal lineage. How can there be a supreme here that I can't even touch? The woman's face remained indifferent. "I really don't intend to use the full moon to bully you. Do you hear me?" The monster slowly dissolved, whispering hopelessly, "Master, be cautious with your next move." As onlookers surrounded her, the deer covered her face. Embarrassed, "Was that too much?" she muttered, glancing at a distance where both the mastermind and Moon King seemed to be present. Now unsure, she pondered what to do next. 3 minutes earlier, in the teaching area square, the surrounding structures were almost completely destroyed. Two beasts lay motionless on the ground, while the moon abyssal blade was in a frenzy. The rabbit, cut in half, was regenerating rapidly with its combat skill, enhancing its physical form, and charged once more at the moon abyssal blade. The two super beasts collided fiercely, unaware of where their masters were now. In the forest, Dark Moon Holy Mountain and the two women of the Nine Hells were walking. The blonde from Moon Craze Moon asked, "Are you sure this route won't be tracked by the Dual Moon Sect?" Dark Moon Holy Mountain smiled. "You underestimate me. This is exclusive intel I possess through secret channels. Trust me, there's no issue." The moment he finished speaking, a battle between De Luong's two beasts reached their vicinity. Shaking them, the three were stunned. "What the? This is your exclusive intel? We've been found by the Moon King." Black Moon Saint Sun defended. "Everyone, stay calm. The current situation is chaotic. It's not necessarily Moon Fang. So why are you all so flustered?" To prove his words, the rabbit put its ears into De Luong's mouth, and out came Black Moon Saint Sun. He fell silent. Tu Luong turned, surprised. "Black Moon Sect? The Hidden Moon Path's Huang Quan?" The green-haired girl from Huang Quan Path looked confused. "Who am I? Where am I? I am a water-type beast tamer. Why am I facing Moon Fang?" She hurriedly explained, "Lord Moon Fang, I am here too. I am tasked with protecting the disciples of Huang Quan sect. I have no intention of opposing you. Black Moon Saint Sun, resolute, thought, alright, this is it, do or die with Moonfang. He shouted, Moonfang, I am here to challenge you. Tu Luong stared at him. A challenge? During the next full moon night, when the moon god's ritual begins, I will face you, in a battle to end everything. With the wishes of our fallen devotees, I will defeat you. Inside, he was full of turmoil. 3 years ago, the Black Moon sect was destroyed by the Dual Moon sect under Tu Luong. He had lost his eyes after facing an unimaginable entity directly. At that time, standing before him, as now, he looked at others as if they were ants, with eyes full of pity. This was the essence of Moon King. Tu Luong, bewildered, thought, what on earth? Why can't I remember anything from the past? Could it all have been erased? Forget it, whatever the case. I need an excuse for now. The power of my two beasts is currently uncontrollable. Tu Luong spoke to Black Moon Saint Sun. The struggle of an ant isn't worth my attention. But I can give you a chance. However, as a price for challenging me, I will order the Dual Moon sect to hunt you relentlessly for a time, if you can survive it. At this, Tu Luong called out, Tranquil Star Phantom Moon. Obey and strike. The Tranquil Star Phantom Moon followed the command, slashing down with immense force. The entire forest quaked. After 10 minutes, a voice whispered amidst the dust. Is Moonfang gone? The blonde struggled to speak. The power of the Tranquil Star Phantom Moon is unusual. If it weren't for our emperor secretly intervening, we would not have survived. However, such action violates protocol. It's possible. We have become targets of the Dual Moon sect's leadership. Now, it's best if we all go our separate ways. The green-haired girl sighed. We'll now have to deal with avoiding the Dual Moon sect's pursuit. Unspoken was her other worry. Not to mention the Tranquil Star Phantom Moon. The Supreme Storm Tyrant had launched an attack. And even within the academy, it was destroyed. There was no chance of escape. This made it clear that within the Moonlight Beast Tamer Academy, a powerful, unknown figure still lurked. Tu Luong returned to the academy and looked around at the ruined landscape, feeling a touch of helplessness. This battle really took its toll on the academy. He propped his chin and thought, how did Dap Van Tri Wei manage to defeat Vu Bao Quan so easily? And Tran Tin Yen Wei even crushed those two supreme beasts, though he hadn't formally signed any contracts. At some point, he'd somehow defeated powerful figures without even realizing it. Suddenly, a voice called out from behind, and before Tu Luong could react, Dap Van Tri Wei leapt on him, knocking him down. Listen to me, she cried, tearfully. I just faced a 7-star beast tamer. I almost got defeated. It was terrifying, she rambled. If it weren't for me, the academy would have been flooded, and that little white saint girl would have drowned with no one to save her. Realizing she hadn't reverted to her original form, she paused mid-sentence. Tu Luong stared at her, then patted her head and said, in a few days, come with me to the main headquarters of the Double Moon sect. I need to discuss something important with the high-ranking members there. Dap Van's mind began to wander. Does Moonfang want to introduce me to his parents? She blushed and nervously said, isn't this a bit too fast for us? Yet inside, she was overjoyed. Tu Luong, puzzled, looked at her with question marks all over his face. The main headquarters of the Double Moon sect, known as Dream Silver Heaven Island, loomed in the distance. A group watched the island from afar. Is that an island built in the image of a legendary king? One of them asked. What a magnificent structure. They thought. The Double Moon sect truly deserves its reputation as a force that can rival the Red Moon Holy sect. A pink-haired member scoffed. You haven't forgotten our purpose here today, have you? Southern Territory's Red Moon Holy sect. Hong Tiu Ku, the treasured artifact of the Eastern Emperor, is inside the Double Moon sect's base. Today, no matter the cost, we will claim it. Setting foot on the island, the group was astounded by the grandeur. This place is even more luxurious than expected, isn't it? Tiu Ku seethed with anger. I thought getting into the Double Moon sect would be a serious challenge. But it feels more like a sightseeing trip without any obstacles. Tu Luong, holding a skewer of food, observed the scene. Why are beast tamers from the Red Moon Holy sect in the Southern Territory here? Dap Van peeked out, asking, who are you talking about? She gasped. Is that Hong Tiuku? Dap Van, annoyed, tugged at Luong's sleeve. She's the top disciple chosen by Red Moon Pavilion. A huge fan of the Red Moon Emperor. And she's famous for attacking you online. I once got blocked for arguing with her. So, I'm going to use this chance to make her apologize. Luong stood silent. An online argument now leading to a face-to-face confrontation and an apology? This feels so childish. He advised. Alright, besides this, do you want to go anywhere else? There's still plenty of time before the moon rises. Dap Van thought for a moment when suddenly, a billboard caught his attention. Giant Monster Eating Challenge, open for anonymous participants. Registration closes at 5 p.m. Dap Van pointed at the board. I want to join. Luong felt drained. The Beast of Moon King joining a giant eating challenge? What if this got out? How would he ever face people again? The voice of TU9 called out. Hurry up, the registration deadline is almost over. We need to sign up now. If I win first place, my power will surely surpass all the Holy Maiden candidates. Hearing this, Luong was puzzled. What kind of prize could enhance her strength like that? The prize was the King of Eating title. First place would receive a drop of liquid from the ruby cherry pupil. Second place would get a box of face masks. And third place, a bottle of hand cream. Luong's jaw dropped. Wait a minute, what are these prizes? There was a legend that wherever the ruby cherry pupil had passed, the sky would stretch out for thousands of miles with cherry blossoms scattered everywhere. However, due to the isolation of the eastern region from electronic signals, few people had the chance to witness it. Luong wondered aloud, who organized this competition, daring to use the liquid of an emperor along with hand cream and face masks as prizes? Dap Van responded, isn't it the Twin Moon sect who organized it as revenge against the ruby cherry pupil? According to information received, the Twin Moon sect had recently been gathering a large number of rare dishes to serve butterfly-type mounts. A while back, many conflicts had occurred between the Twin Moon sect and the ruby cherry pupil. You didn't know? Dap Van said. I thought it was under your command. Luong was at a loss for words. How could that be possible? His low-level shining butterfly didn't need emperor-level food. But, to be honest, he was a bit curious. Section 2 of the Moon Record mentioned a new function, using a number of spins to reveal any of the following hints about unopened system lines. High-level beast information hint, requires 5 spins. Supreme-level beast information hint, requires 30 spins. Emperor-level beast information hint, requires 100 spins. After unlocking, many high-tier collections of the Moon Record would also be upgraded. And more attractive new features might be added later. The host of the competition announced, welcome to the eating challenge organized by the Twin Moon sect. I am MC Wei Nhi. Thank you for your enthusiasm and active participation. The crowd whispered among themselves. Isn't this just a clash between the Twin Moon sect and the ruby cherry pupil? Who would want to get involved? Are the participants idiots or just actors hired by the Twin Moon sect? The host announced the contest rules. Each participant can summon up to 2 monsters to join the eating challenge. But note, the competition uses super-grade food at the supreme level. And it's extremely spicy. Only supreme-level monsters can handle it. The low-level beast tamers and creatures caught a whiff of the aroma in the air. Grimacing, too spicy. Dap Fen's eyes lit up as it stared intently at the plate of food. Little Nine turned to the others behind her, saying, no need to force yourselves. Either way, I won't lose. Appear. Flame butterfly of 10,000 fires. A supreme-level fire-type beast. Little Nine smirked proudly. Even within the Twin Moon sect, not everyone can reach the supreme level. She glanced over at Luong, thinking, how strange, that guy's really using a mid-level beast for this competition? Truly clueless. Is he planning to let his beast burn to death in this contest? Luong looked at Little Nine, thinking, even though she summoned a supreme-level beast, her determination to win the prize means she's not simple. Even though I have a high-level beast, the Tram Tin Yen Wei, I obviously can't use it here. Dap Fen's drool was already dripping. Barely able to wait, but I still have a secret weapon. The host raised the stopwatch and shouted. There's only one round, with a 10-minute time limit. Let the contest begin. As soon as the host started, the beasts picked up the super spicy food and started eating, but with just one bite, tears streamed down their faces. The food was too spicy. Dap Fen Tri Wei ate each piece calmly. With a satisfied expression, the pink-haired girl frowned, thinking, could this beast be at the sovereign level? In this era, who still pretends to be weak, only to show strength later? No matter what, I absolutely won't lose. 3 minutes passed. The other beasts had foamed at the mouth and fainted. Her heavenly flame butterfly managed 30 pieces before it stuck out its tongue in defeat. The pink-haired girl was stunned. The heavenly flame butterfly can't hold out any longer? She glanced at Dap Fen Tri Wei, feeling astonished. Tu Luong asked, can you still eat? Didn't you just snack on a bunch of treats? You don't have to push yourself. No problem. I don't use the same stomach for snacks and main meals. The pink-haired girl was horrified. How can it be fine? Even as a 4-star beast tamer, summoning 2 sovereign beasts, I wouldn't last 5 minutes. But because of the Emperor's essence, I must win at any cost, she thought, clenching her jaw and shouting, appear, Azure Lunar Spectre. With a swish, a supreme-level moonlight-type beast, the Azure Lunar Spectre, appeared. It grabbed plates of food and started devouring them. Dap Fen Tri Wei's jaw dropped, thinking, eating like that, won't it get diarrhea later? Tu Luong looked speechless. The pink-haired girl held on, her body trembling. Her beast's food count had doubled the others. Victory is mine, she thought. The host shouted. 1 minute left. The Azure Lunar Spectre had eaten 72 pieces, while Dap Fen Tri Wei managed 34. Tu Luong, feeling the time was right, murmured, Ho Trung Wei. As he finished speaking, a stream of water appeared, sweeping away the remaining pet food. The onlookers were abuzz with chatter. What just happened? What's going on? Hundreds of servings of pet food just disappeared mysteriously. The pink-haired person felt as if struck by lightning. This couldn't be real. The time is up, the MC excitedly announced. The competition is over, and the winner is this participant. The pink-haired figure collapsed to the ground like a noodle. The female MC seemed to ponder for a moment, then said, please follow me backstage to receive your prize. In the lounge, the female MC respectfully presented a vial with both hands. Master, this is the essence of the Phi An bronze wings. There are still about a dozen drops left in storage. Would you like me to bring them all out? Tu Luong asked in surprise. You recognized me? At first, I was just suspicious, because there were rumors that you have recently been seen with a white deer. But earlier, the ruler awoke and told me to inform you to come to the main hall to discuss an important matter. That's when I confirmed your identity. Feigning calmness, Tu Luong accepted the vial. So that guy awakened as soon as the moon rose? He opened the vial, sniffed it, and his eyes widened as he turned away from the MC. Taking out the Wei Kai 2 asterisk, he examined it. Scanning the celestial system, the Emperor-level Phi An bronze wings has been unlocked. Reward: 50 consecutive draws. The unlock rule changes. All Moonlight System beasts within reach are automatically unlocked in the illustrated book. This Emperor-level beast had guarded the 6 eastern fortresses for over 10,000 years and was one of the 3 Azure Magnificents, possessing combat prowess nearly equal to the supreme ruler Kai Lao. Tu Luong's eyes widened, and he muttered, nearly a supreme ruler? Then this is no ordinary Emperor level. He felt a surge of excitement and went numb with realization. In other words, is it too soon for the Song Moon sect to confront the Phi An bronze wings? At the Song Moon sect's main hall, Tu Luong and Dap Van Tri Wei walked along the corridor. Members on either side bowed in reverence. Such was the power of the title, Moon King. At the end of the corridor was a purple space portal. Tu Luong closed his eyes and stepped through it. When he opened them, he stood in another space. Above, a woman sat silently, her back turned to him. Dap Van Tri Wei murmured, "Is this the ruler?" Tu Luong nodded. "Yes, this is the supreme ruler of the entire Northern Territory, the guardian beast of the Song Moon sect, and the 12th protector of the moonlight, Bitch Hai Trich Kung Wei." Bitch Hai Trich Kung Wei spoke. "Moon King, it seems you've finally made up your mind. The Moon God Festival has been delayed for 3 years waiting for your response. The old east of the western region is furious, and even the gods are displeased." Tu Luong's eye twitched. Indeed, in his memories, Moon King had been waiting for the right moment, a detail he had almost overlooked. He cleared his throat and said, "That is why I am here. The Moon God Festival can begin. But first, I have one question. How do I win in the Battle of the Emperors?" Bitch Hai, the moon philosopher, asked, "What level is the Emperor?" To be clear, I cannot act during the moon god's ritual. Tu Luong pondered. I'm not sure, but it might be the Black Moon sect. Black Moon sect? Moon King, please don't joke with me. You are the miracle of the moon. You shouldn't waste my expectations on something so trivial. Tu Luong, feeling helpless, covered his face. But I am not joking. As a one-star beast tamer, I really cannot deal with an emperor-level being. This is the moon god's token. Proof of the northern region's king. Once you put on this ring, the moon god's ritual will officially begin. As soon as Tu Luong put the ring on, it vanished. The system's voice announced, the moon god's ritual is activating. Verifying the token. Moon god's representative of the northern region confirmed. Verification error. Rechecking. Verification detected. Holder of the Moon Record Book S authority level has been elevated. The identity of the book's holder can be disguised. Would you like to use disguise mode? Tu Luong looked around. Where am I? Have I teleported? Information about him appeared. Name. Tu Luong can be hidden. Cultivation level. 1-star cannot be hidden. Gender. Male cannot be changed. Appearance. Changeable. Character model. Changeable. 3 character models were available, which could be inherited for disguise. Note if you don't inherit, your true level will be detectable by other representatives. Tu Luong muttered, damn it, northern region, 1 star, basically broadcasting my identity. He looked at the 3 models, Bitch High, Moon Philosopher, Tranquil Star Phantom Moon, and Moon Pursuer. Tu Luong deliberated. The most important thing now was not to reveal his weakness. Otherwise, things would become disastrous. After the moon god's ritual began, it would be best to adopt a strong character model. Tu Luong chose the model of the Emperor Bitch High, the Moon Philosopher. The system announced, transforming to the Emperor model Bitch High, the Moon Philosopher. At that moment, in a chamber, a figure stepped inside. As she walked, she said, the moon never sets, for night is eternal. She sat in a chair, and someone entered to greet her. Long time no see, Moon Saintess. The moon god's ritual is finally about to begin. The Moon Saintess sat silently. In the seat beside her, a small figure appeared, a lazy loli still half asleep. The Great Moon Emperor waved and yawned. Long time no see, King of the Western Region. The King of the Western Region nodded briefly, struggling to climb into her chair, only to fall back asleep once seated. At that moment, another girl with green hair entered. She looked around and sighed. What is this? All women? How dull. The Moon Saintess asked. Why have the people of the Eastern region appeared here? Non-moonlight entities only threaten the purity of the moon. The green-haired girl sat down without hesitation. If the moon god's token is with me, I have no choice but to be here. Only 1 chair remained empty. The green-haired girl asked. Still not here? When will we proceed to the next step? Emperor Thuong Wei spoke. Only the Northern Territory remains. It must be Moon Fang. The King of the Western Territory added. Is it the one who caused chaos 3 years ago and made the full moon last for an entire month? Chu Wei Saintess chuckled. Just an empty title. Let's see if he's truly worthy. Footsteps echoed, drawing the attention of the 4. Tu Luong, now disguised as Bitch Hai Tiet Kong Wei, entered. The group gasped. What is this? Impossible. The moon has given a false sign? How can the representative of the Northern Territory not be Moon Fang? Chu Wei Saintess remarked. It seems Moon Fang is just an ordinary figure after all. There are many choices better than him. She glanced at Tu Luong, who seemed unfazed. She mumbled. No reaction. Could it really have nothing to do with Moon Fang? On the surface, Tu Luong appeared calm, but internally, he was disheartened. Why is someone so adorable so sharp-tongued? The form of Bitch Hai Tiet Kong Wei left them all confused. The authority of the moon records indeed surpasses that of the moon god's token. An announcement resonated through the hall. After thousands of years, the moon god ritual is set to begin once more. The final victor will be chosen by the kings. However, before the brutal final battle, the moon god desires more entertainment. So, select the strongest exclusive offering you trust. Until the exclusive offering is defeated, kings are forbidden from fighting each other. If a king personally slaughters other offerings, they will lose their eligibility to participate. And finally, it is forbidden to designate a supreme level beast as an exclusive offering. The offering must belong to your faction, or you must select another. Now, please announce your exclusive offerings. Tu Luong's heart sank. Announce an exclusive offering? Outside of the beasts in the Double Moon sect. What other choice do I have? He broke into a cold sweat. Maintaining this disguise isn't easy. It's already embarrassing to have it exposed at the start. A blue-haired girl yawned. Seemingly bored, she had intended to see the capabilities of their offerings, only to realize she couldn't participate herself. The announcement continued. The exclusive offering for the Eastern Territory has been confirmed. Sky System. Emperor level Phi An Fan Dong. Tu Luong's heart pounded. Starting with an Emperor level beast? That means she could very well have contracted with something even more fearsome. The next announcement rang out. The exclusive offering for the Central Territory has been confirmed. Moonlight System. Emperor level Man Wei Trilac. Tu Luong felt faint. Man Wei Trilac? The famous Emperor level Moonlight System beast and a symbol of the Moon God's palace. A blonde girl lazily yawned. So troublesome. The announcement continued. The exclusive offering for the Western Territory has been confirmed. Moonlight System. Emperor level Su Dai Bok Tan. Tu Luong nearly screamed. Su Dai Bok Tan? The legendary ancestor of the White Saint family. Its power rivals that of a supreme level ruler. Only Tu Luong and Emperor Thuong Wei had yet to announce their offerings. The announcement called again. The remaining kings, please declare your exclusive offerings within 1 minute. A sudden thought flashed through Tu Luong's mind. Right. The emperor once existed in the Northern Territory. But what if its whereabouts were now unknown? At least, there was still some connection to him. Tu Luong immediately took out the moon record, using 100 lottery draws. Moments later, an emperor-level beast appeared on the page. Van Dumong Tri Uoc. An ancient emperor-level beast of the northern region and the founder of the Moonlight Beast Academy, unlocked. First collected information. Thousands of years ago. Van Dumong Tri Uoc was the guardian of the White Deer Palace within the 12 lunar palaces. After the lunar palaces were shattered, it fell from its position as a supreme ruler to a common emperor and went into deep slumber, resting in the sea of clouds and mist at the northern border, waiting for the day the moonlight would gather to awaken. Second collected information. The lunar palaces are part of the 12 pieces of the lunar deity system. The only existing guardian, Xian Deep, is from the 9th palace, Bich Hai Trich Kung. The Archer's lunar palace. Third collected information. The descendant of Van Dumong Tri Uoc, named Dap Van Tri Wei, is a supreme level being. Once it acquires the fragment of the White Deer Palace's lunar palaces, it could ascend to emperor status. Fourth collected information. It was discovered that Van Dumong Tri Uoc and the host belonged to the same faction, allowing for exclusive offerings in the upcoming lunar deity ceremony. At this moment, an announcement began counting down. 5 seconds remaining. Tu Luong and Emperor Thuong Wei simultaneously presented their offerings. The announcement echoed. The exclusive offering from the northern region has been confirmed. Lunar Light System Emperor level Van Dumong Tri Uoc. The exclusive offering from the southern region has been confirmed. Lunar Light Supreme level Thuong Huyan Wei Lai Lac. The announcement hit Emperor Thuong Wei like a bolt of lightning. It truly wasn't a twin moon sect beast. Tu Luong, looking at Thuong Wei's offering, was also stunned. What was happening? The exclusive offering chosen by Emperor Thuong Wei was a supreme level one? Moreover, this prefix seemed to match the blade sheath that Tran Tin Yen Wei was seeking. Thuong Huyan Wei Duong Wa Tuong Dong. The announcement rang out. The exclusive offerings of the 5 have been confirmed. The lunar deity ceremony is about to begin. Please prepare for transportation back. A golden-haired girl, sleeping in wait, suddenly woke up, startled. Wait, Van Dumong Tri Uoc? How could it be? Before she could finish, all 5 were immediately transported back. Tu Luong awoke suddenly in Bich Hai Trich Kung. The moon questioned. Moon King, did you feel it? Just moments ago, the lunar deity ceremony commenced. Now, go and claim the throne that belongs to you. Tu Luong turned and walked away, saying, I should also prepare a bit. Let's end it here for today. Bich Hai Trich Kung's moon replied. Alright, the next time we meet, the lunar deity ceremony might be over. Hopefully by then, our agreement can be fulfilled. After Tu Luong left, she turned and muttered, the Moon King even asks how to defeat the Black Moon Holy Mountain, a mere ant. He was uncertain about his own power. questioning the choices made by the moon record and feeling fear toward other emperors. It seems his memories have returned. I wonder how the moon god sect will react. I'm looking forward to it. Meanwhile, outside the city streets, a sudden red beam of light shot down, startling the gathered crowd. Look, everyone, the moon has turned blood red. Could a disaster have occurred? At the same time, blood moon marks appeared on their hands. In the southern territory, a female subordinate came to report. Your Majesty, the Moon God Festival has officially begun. Empress Thuong Wei didn't respond, still shaken by De Luong's recent actions. Impossible. Could Wei Fuang be the answer the moon provided? If so, have I become a laughingstock? Your Majesty, just now, you said that once the Moon God Festival begins, all disciples of the sect should withdraw from the competition? Thuong Wei's face turned pale, but she regained her composure. No need, I misspoke. Temporarily halt the offerings within the sect. First, send the 5 leaves to participate in the Northern Territories sacrificial elimination event. I must personally go there to see what's happening with Wei Fuang and the moon. The female subordinate was taken aback and called out, Your Majesty, wait, are all 5 leaves just pawns to be sacrificed? The night of the Northern Territories sacrificial elimination event, under the full moon, what awaits is a battle of emperors. In the Southern Territory, Tu Luong, riding Dap Van Tri Wei, returned to the Moonlight Academy. He scanned the surroundings, muttering, the number of hidden sovereigns around the academy has suddenly increased. It seems the Twin Moon Sect's congregation has hurried here. A shout echoed. Master Wei Fuang, you've finally returned. Wei Luong's overseer, Tan Ha, rushed over. Master, you must seek justice for us. Empress Thuong Wei suddenly declared war on us. Tu Luong picked up his phone. Scanning the news. Empress Thuong Wei declares war on Moonlight Beast Academy. 5 leaves of the Southern Territory to join the Northern Territories sacrificial elimination event. Tan Ha said worriedly. This means they intend to wipe out all sacrificial offerings in our academy. Tu Luong was slightly surprised. Declaring war on the academy? It seems she wants to test me. Sending the 5 leaves to stir things up. Handing the phone back, he said, Don't worry. I'll have the Twin Moon Sect handle this matter. I need to rest. Just send me the list of factions participating in the event. A few hours later, Dap Van Tri Wei was curled up, holding the Moonlight Rabbit and sleeping soundly. Tu Luong remained at his desk, diligently reading through the materials Tan Ha provided. It turned out, this elimination event was first proposed by the Jade Moon Empire. But as a descendant of Bitch Hai Tru Kong, they were unlikely to harm him. The Lin Wei sect and the Full Moon clan were old friends, probably just joining for the spectacle. The 10 Moon Pavilion and the Heavenly Balance Association of the Central Territory were minor forces, showing support for the Twin Moon sect, so they could be temporarily overlooked. Finally, the key point is that Nu Deep was just one of the Dao Tiu, one of the 9 candidates for the Saintess of Dao Wei Quan, and already possessed 2 supreme beings. One could only imagine how powerful the true Saintess would be. Perhaps even Dap Van Tri Wei and Tram Tin Yen Wei would not be her match. It might be necessary to rely on the 12 Wei Ha to handle them. Tu Luong sat on the bed, feeling a headache. It all felt so exhausting and troublesome. Although he now had Dap Van Tri Wei, Tram Tin Yen Wei, and Tho Nok, making him temporarily invincible under the full moon, he was still far from being weak. But next, he would have to face a true emperor. Moreover, he realized that without a miracle, he couldn't reach the end of the moon god ceremony. Tu Luong sank into his thoughts, unconsciously pinching the ears of Dap Van Tri Wei. He paused for a moment, noticing that she went to sleep without even removing the crystal necklace on her head. He helped her take it off and stretched out to sleep. Ah, I'm sleepy too. I should get some rest. In the middle of the night, Tu Luong felt something soft rubbing against his chest. Is it still night? Why am I awake? He glanced to the side and saw Dap Van Tri Wei, now in human form, lying beside him without any clothes, embracing him as she slept soundly. The soft sensation he felt was, his face flushed red. Was it because he had removed her necklace? Would she kill him when she woke up? Tu Luong looked down at her lips and was about to have improper thoughts when Dap Van opened her eyes. His face turned pale, stammering, that. Instinctively, Dap Van touched her head and suddenly widened her eyes. Where is it? Tu Luong thought. As expected. This is because I removed the necklace. This is it for me, he said. On the table. To his surprise, Dap Van only said, "Oh," and lay back down to sleep. Tu Luong asked in astonishment. Wait, you're not angry that I took it off without asking? Dap Van opened one eye and said, "You can put it back on later. What's there to be angry about? Why are you so tense? Did something happen?" Tu Luong's face turned red. It's just, don't you think our situation right now is embarrassing? Dap Van was puzzled. Embarrassing? Why? Tu Luong, surprised, asked. Wait, isn't it said that only emperor-level beasts can transform into humans? Is it because they're used to not wearing clothes? So, it turns out that in their transformed state, they don't feel any shame. He stayed silent. Dap Van asked, "Hey, what's so embarrassing after all?" Well, I mean, your human form is beautiful. The most beautiful being I've ever seen. So much that words can't describe it. Tu Luong admitted. Dap Van's eyes widened, and suddenly, her whole body grew warm, her head steaming. The next morning, Dap Van woke up and rubbed her eyes. Tu Luong lifted the curtain and said, "You're awake." Dap Van looked at him for a moment and then spoke. Tu Luong, I don't know why, but since the first time I saw you, you've always seemed so tense. Like you were worried about something. But today, you seem different, more relaxed and happy. Tu Luong nodded. You're not wrong. In the past, I completely replaced myself with the identity of Moon Fang, thinking about how to deceive the world and defeat my enemies. So stressed that I nearly collapsed. But after last night's heartbeat, I realized something. Tu Luong smiled at Moon Pursuer. Thanks to you, I've calmed down. Now, it's time to prepare for the Moon God's ritual. Perhaps I found a way to defeat the Emperor. Moon Pursuer was still bewildered. But I didn't do anything. Are you planning to go outside to play? That's amazing. But wait, aren't you going to put on some clothes first? On the academy's rooftop, Tu Luong turned to Moon Pursuer and said, About that ribbon of yours, if it's untied. Then, didn't I untie your ribbon yesterday? Though she remained serious and asked, Where's the necklace? It was left to me by my mother. So of course, I need to know where it is. I unexpectedly turned into a human. Because the full moon is approaching, causing my blood to lose control. What does that have to do with the necklace? Tu Luong was speechless, thinking, oh, for heaven's sake. Moon Pursuer then asked, Why did you bring me here? Shouldn't we be preparing for the Battle of Emperors? Tu Luong replied, This is the tallest building in the academy, where we can see the entire school, including the ritual's main area. Instead of offering sacrifices, I'm preparing to face the Emperor here. Moon Pursuer glanced around. Here? But there's nothing here. Tu Luong explained. I wanted to test something beforehand. To see if I as the Moon King can communicate with the gods. He then summoned the Silkworm of Light. Moon Pursuer stared intently. What kind of test is this? All you did was release a butterfly for a moment. Tu Luong pointed. Look again. Moon Pursuer followed his gaze and widened her eyes. There were now countless Silkworms of Light flying around, numbering in the hundreds. Typically, low-level Silkworms of Light were used only for scouting. But they had one distinctive trait. They liked to gather together. Every time Tu Luong's Silkworm of Light went out, it would attract numerous wild Silkworms of Light along the way, making it impossible to tell which one was his. Moon Pursuer watched closely. When a Silkworm of Light blinked, it startled her. She turned to Tu Luong and asked. It disappeared. What did you do? It's a secret. Wait until the full moon tonight. And you'll see. Moon Pursuer pouted at being kept in the dark. At that moment, an announcement rang out. Memory completed. The information list now showed countless Silkworms of Light, over 1,000 in number. Tu Luong's eyes widened as he silently exclaimed, Success! With the help of his golden ability, the unlimited contract of the Moon Record Book he made contracts with over 1,000 Silkworms of Light. In one go. It was nowhere near the limit. And he didn't feel even a bit strained. If the gods enjoy miracles, then if I create the most spectacular miracle, will the gods come? Tu Luong returned to the academy, observing the chaos with a sigh. This battle really left the academy in shambles. He rested his chin on his hand, deep in thought. How did Dap Van Tri Wei manage to take down Vu Bao Quan? And Tran Tin Yen Wei crushed those two supreme beasts too. Despite not signing a formal pact. Somehow, he had defeated powerful opponents without even realizing it. From below came the sound of shouts. Unbelievable. A mix of 1-star, 2-star, even 3-star tamers? Impossible. 3-star is the minimum for entering Chrysanthemum Moon Pavilion. Why did the Emperor send us here? The blonde girl who spoke was the saintess of Chrysanthemum Moon Pavilion. The Emperor has his reasons. Besides, without the Moon King, the Moonlight Beast Taming Academy isn't much. This girl, known as Mai Wei Suong, sighed. Still, what a letdown. Suddenly, she felt a terrifying gaze on her, sending shivers down her spine. What just looked at me? She stammered, her face pale. Dao Wei Guang, squinting, said, I felt it too. That's no enemy we can handle. It must be a powerhouse from the Double Moon sect. Best not to look at it. Dap Van rested her chin in her hands. Observing the group, Tu Luong approached, commenting, no wonder the holy sect of Thuong Wei is so formidable, supremes everywhere. Is the king not even comparable to a dog? Dap Van sneered, you read too many novels. Battles between emperors are rare these days. Tilting his head, Tu Luong asked, still mad? Let's make up. Dap Van huffed, puffing her cheeks and turning away. Tu Luong's expression darkened. If that's the case, don't blame me for using my trump card. He sighed and said, ah, lady, you've managed to capture my attention. Dap Van's skin prickled, her face flushed as she bit her lip and shouted, you. Tu Luong covered his mouth to stifle a laugh. Afraid I'll tell everyone about your novel reading? Of course, she shrieked. That would be the death of me. Clearing his throat, Tu Luong said, all right, come here. Dap Van looked puzzled. Why? Just come here. Stand firm. I'm about to take advantage of you. Refuse, and I'll spread the news throughout the academy. Her face turned crimson as she yelled. What did you just say? Seeing her conflicted expression, Tu Luong relented. All right, I was just kidding. Without warning, Dap Van jumped and hugged him. Leaning in close, exhaling a fragrant breath, she whispered, you're good at using others. Aren't you? So annoying. I'm heading back to the Moonlight Pavilion. Don't come looking for me. With that, she vanished. Tu Luong mumbled, fast runner. She really took that silly threat seriously. But still, how can she be so bold and not embarrassed? Strange girl. Leader, am I disturbing you? A voice from behind startled him, making his heart skip a beat. It was Thou Back, ranked second among the 12 moons of the Double Moon sect. Tu Luong waved his hand. Nothing. Go on. Outwardly calm, Tu Luong was secretly relieved. Perfect timing. Otherwise, I wouldn't know how to end that. The Silver Rabbit said, we have severely injured the Black Moon Holy Mountain. But he still managed to escape. The Battle of the Emperors under the full moon. At this, she hesitated. Tu Luong nonchalantly replied, it doesn't matter. We just need to wait for the full moon. The Silver Rabbit obeyed and immediately left. Tu Luong looked at the departing Silver Rabbit and murmured, considering she inherited from the Black Moon sect, not being easily defeated is to be expected. At this moment, he summoned Ho Wei Trung and then called forth the Azure Dragon Blade. Tran Tin Yen Wei, he said, Tran Tin Yen Wei, let's make a deal. Lend me your power on the night of the full moon. In exchange, I will provide you with information about your blade sheath. Tran Tin Yen Wei trembled slightly before opening its eyes, looking up at the tall tower and emitting a dazzling blue light. The 5 petals raised their heads and glanced at the Moonlight Maiden. Moonlight Maiden whispered, again, from that direction, just who is it? The Azure Dragon Blade transformed into a tangible form. With the blade in his hand, Tu Luong let out a sigh of relief. It seems to be an agreement. He then activated the Moon Record, using 30 draws to search for information on the supreme level beast Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua. The system sound from the Moon Record activated. The host does not have sufficient clearance. Some information will be hidden. Supreme level lunar light system Thuong Huyen Wei Duong Hua, basic information unlocked. The Dance of Tran Tin Yen Wei, one of the 7 ancients. Supplementary information 1. The 7 ancients are XXX the greatest masterpieces. All 7 are weapon-type beasts. Supplementary information 2. The 7 ancients, in order of creation, are Phoenix Huk Thien, Zich Tu Tiu, Suong Hua Nai Lak, Nok Kuk Li, Ca. Each possesses a unique core ability but shares characteristics sufficient for the host to evolve to the first level. Supplementary information 3. Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua and Tran Tin Yen Wei defeated the Gemini Palace, the guardian of the lunar palaces, 20.000 years ago. Both were injured and fell into a deep sleep. Tran Tin Yen Wei awakened 10.000 years ago. But Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua remains in deep slumber, currently located in the eastern region within the treasury of the Ice Queen Vu Thien Lam. At this moment, the system issued a red alert. The host does not have the qualifications to battle the ruler of the eastern region, Ice Queen Vu Thien Lam. The host must establish a contract with at least one emperor-level beast to gain the basic qualification for survival in the eastern region. Tu Luong, listening, was on the verge of tears. What kind of absurdity is this? The ruler of the eastern region retrieving the blade sheath from her. Isn't that just a dream? He looked at Tran Tin Yen Wei and said, Tran Tin Yen Wei, Thuong Huyen Wei Suong Hua is in the eastern region. But to reclaim it, we must face none other than Ice Queen Vu Thien Lam. Tran Tin's face turned pale at these words. She turned, her trembling hand clenched into a fist. The truth was that the current forces of the Twin Moon sect stood no chance against Ice Queen Vu Thien Lam. This opponent was thousands of times more terrifying than the challenge Emperor Thuong Wei would face 3 years from now. But, for some reason, Tran Tin Yen Wei appeared utterly silent at that moment. Tu Luong swallowed hard. He said, Give me 3 years. 3 years from now, I will defeat the Ice Queen, Vu Thien Lam. Tran Tin looked at him in surprise. Tu Luong wanted to slap himself. What had he just said? He stammered. Well, if I say that, will you believe me? Tran Tin pondered for a moment and said, Tu Luong, in the ancient era of the 7 mystics, we and the Moon God sect, led by Shi and Deep, were never on good terms. I've always been hostile toward you. But, thank you, even if only for a moment. Allow me to dream a short dream. Tu Luong's face darkened, so she could speak after all. He had thought she was mute. Was the so-called reckless slashing just to intimidate him? If it hadn't been for Ho Trung Wei, he would have been shredded several times by now. Never mind, it's too late to dwell on it. Tu Luong clasped his hands behind his back and said, In any case, I will ensure this dream lasts as long as possible. But if it does come true, would you pledge yourself to me? Tran Tin replied, The age of divine enmity has long passed. If you find my scabbard, a pledge is not out of the question. But if you wish to create future generations now, I cannot do that without the scabbard. Tu Luong was stunned. This one was serious to an unexpected degree. In the reception hall of the Moonlight Beast Academy, Saintess Kuk Wei Dai shouted, You little brat, what did you say? Say that again. A small girl stood blocking the entrance, hands on her hips. Are you deaf? I told you to get lost and go back to where you came from. And also, Thuong Wei Empress has declared war on us. So I can deal with you bastards. Right here and now. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai was about to curse, but a hand covered her mouth. Saintess Dao Wei Quang, with a cold expression, said, Shut up. You can dismember her, but you can't insult her. This brat is a collateral descendant of Bitch Hai, a princess of the Wei Empire. Watch your words, or trouble will follow. Even Thuong Wei can't save us then. Saintess Dao Wei Quang asked, Are you Bitch Tan Ki, the 7th princess of the Jade Moon Empire? Though you have the Saint Moon physique. If you wish to challenge me, wait 15 more days, she added. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai was stunned. This brat could fully unleash the power of her summoned beast even during the day? The Saint Moon physique? Bitch Tan Ki crossed her arms and smiled. Whether I can win or not is another matter. But this reception hall is funded by the Jade Moon Empire. If I say you can't stay here, then you can't stay. Go sleep outside on the street. Saintess Dao Wei Quang started to get angry. She threatened, Brat, don't push your luck. Bitch Tan Ki smirked. She put both hands forward, ready to make a move, when suddenly, a silver rabbit appeared, stepping between them and saying, If the 5 leaves dare to fight again, before the event starts, they will be disqualified immediately. Princesses, let them in. This is Wei Fuang's order. Saintess Dao Wei Quang asked, Are you the 12th moon of the Twin Moon sect? The silver rabbit looked at her without responding. Bitch Tan Ki narrowed her eyes and smiled widely. Yes, rabbit sister. After the group of New Deep entered, Bitch Tan Ki finally spoke. By the way, rabbit sister, which position do you hold among the 12 moons? The second seat. Why do you ask? Bitch Tan Ki pondered. The second seat? That's at such a level? So, the 12th seat might only be slightly above me. If I manage to become the leader within 3 years, then I'll be qualified to challenge the 4 moon generals. Her cheeks flushed as she indulged in her own fantasies. If only I hadn't been born 3 or 4 years too late. Perhaps I could have left the strongest lineage in the world alongside Wei Vong. The silver rabbit was speechless. Well, sister will await the day we fight side by side. With that, she turned and walked away. Such an arrogant little one. However, at the conference in 2 days, we'll see the true strength of this Saint Moon body. Before the full moon night, a few night guards were patrolling nearby. Behind a tree, a few foxtails peeked out. The defense level here is too low, they can't sense my presence at all. Thought the 6-tailed imperial fox from the 9 pits of Tin Mi Wei. Oh, even Duan Hoang Tuyen has come to join the fun? A drop of water on a leaf made a sound. You'd better watch yourself, this is the Northern Territory. For all we know, we're being watched. The speaker was Duan Hoang Tuyen, an imperial level, eternal overlord from the 9 pits. The 6-tailed fox scoffed. Stop trying to scare me. Aren't you here out of curiosity? Accepting Hack Wei Gao's commission as well? Who do you think will win in the end? I can't even imagine what Wei Vong's beast would look like. Is it really possible for a 1-star beast master to control an emperor? I'm so curious. There was no response from above. The 6-tailed fox couldn't help but look up. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? Lan Dongthien too finally spoke. I think the most terrifying thing about a 1-star beast master is the unknown. Wei Vong, do you know the difference between a vessel and an apostle? Are you saying he's a representative of the gods? An apostle never loses, while a vessel is the one defeated because the moment they fall once, they lose the right to be watched by the gods. Your hypothesis isn't wrong. Apostles are indeed stronger than vessels. But it's not judged by the final outcome. Lan Dongthien too explained. According to the ancient records of Duan Hoang Tuyen, the direct difference between a vessel and an apostle is this. The vessel believes they have received divine guidance in the dark. Like getting a main quest in a game. Most representatives of the gods worldwide are vessels. But only a few are true apostles. They claim to have seen the gods in their dreams as if they've become part of them. But do you know what Wei Fuang said at that time? Even now, I shudder when I think of his words. At the same moment, atop the tower, Tu Luong stood as a powerful surge of energy attacked with a thunderous boom. The laughter of Lin Nu echoed. Ha ha, this final strike has consumed my lifespan. As expected, he couldn't block it. She turned to look at Hawk Kin, who was hiding behind a tree. Well done, Hawk Kin. Thanks to you, I was able to get close to Moonfang. Lin Kai Seat Master, what do we do next to escape? Escape? Why should we? I have defeated Moonfang. From now on, the gods and the moon will watch over me. She laughed maniacally, then suddenly widened her eyes, looking up at the tall tower. Tu Luong was still standing there, muttering, "Open your eyes, tranquil star phantom moon." The asterisk tranquil star phantom moon asterisk opened its eyes and prepared to swing its blade. The Lin maiden's face broke out in sweat. Without hesitation, she began chanting a spell and fled alone. Hawk Kin shouted in panic. Lin Kai Seat Master. She abandoned the beast and me to run by herself? The beast belonging to the Lin maiden activated its combat skill, its muscular body expanding, then took a defensive stance. Attempting to withstand the asterisk tranquil star phantom moon, Tu Luong raised his hand and pointed downward. A blade light flashed, slicing forward. Hawk Kin and the beast were quickly obliterated. Outside the academy, the Lin maiden leaned against a tree, gasping for breath. She had run hundreds of kilometers and believed she was safe. Suddenly, a light appeared behind her. She turned quickly, murmuring, "Holy Sun, oh!" Before she could finish, she too was obliterated. At that moment, in the asterisk arena of Peach Blossom 9, a live stream was taking place. Everyone, the asterisk sacrifice elimination tournament asterisk is about to begin. I'll take you through the entire process. Don't forget to follow by tapping the screen 3 times. As the viewer count surged, Dao Xiaoju beamed. 10 million live viewers, 100 times more than usual. Today, Moon Fang's beast lineup will finally be revealed. Among the crowd, the asterisk 5 silkworms asterisk whispered to each other. Isn't it a bit early for this conference? There's still time before the full moon. Exactly. Without the full moon, how can anyone show their full power? Forget this tournament. Even the moon god's ritual. Whether we win or lose doesn't matter. What's important is witnessing the battle of emperors and surviving to tell the tale. The Moonlight Saintess Dao mumbled to herself. Even though our match is just the prelude, it would be better if that brat could be eliminated here. If she advances, it could affect the outcome of the moon god's ritual. At that moment, the host spoke. Thank you for coming from afar to participate in the Sacrifice Elimination Tournament. Let me go over the rules one more time for you all. I am by you, caretaker of the Dual Moon Empire's Lord and 7th Holy Pope of the Bitch Moon Empire. First, participants must be under 20 years old. Second, combat beasts must be summoned before the battle and are prohibited from being summoned afterward. Third, both sides in the match can withdraw unconditionally and still qualify for the moon god's ritual. Fourth, attacking the audience or beast tamers is forbidden. Now, let the matches begin. Competitors, please step onto the field. After Bitch Yi Vu stepped off the stage, Bitch Tan Ki ran over, shouting, Auntie, am I ready to step into the arena yet? Bitch Yi Vu patted Tan Ki's head and smiled. Not yet. The full moon hasn't appeared. You are the one who will help the Moon King defeat Emperor Thuong Wei in the future. From the tower, Tu Luong watched the arena. The battle had started, but the real threat wasn't there. Powerful auras were drawing closer, likely the emperors among beasts. They must have come to witness the showdown between him and the Black Moon Sect's emperor tonight. Tran Tin Yen Wei approached Tu Luong, asking, Do you feel it? Tu Luong looked at her. Do you mean those emperors? No, Tran Tin Yen Wei said, gazing upward. I mean the gods watching over you. A loud explosion erupted in the arena as a crocodile let out a long roar toward the sky. Across from it, the beast tamer fell to the ground, crying out in despair as the half-moon mark on his hand disappeared. The Chrysanthemum Moon Pavilion's Saintess yawned in boredom. A fight between the Tian Zeng Association and the Lin Wei sect? Such a commotion that it woke me up, she said, glancing back. How many high-level beast battles have there been so far? Fifth match. Someone responded. Such a waste of time. Isn't it almost our turn? That little noble brat can't sit still anymore. With those words, she leapt down and signaled to Bitch Tan Ki. Handling those other Bitch Wei Empire kids shouldn't be an issue, right? Angered by the provocation, Bitch Tan Ki gritted her teeth and turned to ask Bitch Yi Vu for permission to step into the arena. Bitch Yi Vu held her back. No, it's not time yet. An old steward stepped forward. Leave it to me. The Chrysanthemum Moon Saintess is only ranked 4th among the 5 petals. Entrusting this to the 7th princess would be wasteful. So let me handle it. His words were full of confidence. But within 5 minutes, his summoned beasts were swiftly defeated. The Chrysanthemum Moon Pavilion's Saintess smirked. Is that all you've got? Behind her were 2 supreme-level beasts, the 6-star Moon Basin Flower Emperor and the 6-star Moonlight Beauty. The Saintess continued mocking. The prize from this isn't even worth the 3 or 4 days I spend meditating. Unable to hold back any longer, Bitch Tan Ki charged forward. Bitch Yi Vu, startled, called out, No, wait a bit longer. It's okay, Tan Ki replied confidently. I just need to stall a bit longer. If we delay further, the Black Saint Mountain will arrive soon. The Chrysanthemum Moon Pavilion's Saintess sneered. Little brat, do you really want to fight me? Are you serious? Of course. The moon is almost full. If I don't enter now, there won't be time. How could I miss this chance to silence the Southern Territory's brats? The Saintess's face turned purple with rage, ready to strike when a hand intervened. The Moonlight Saintess stepped forward. Change of plans. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai was stunned. Just a mere 3-star brat, she thought. Why would she need to act herself? Suddenly, she widened her eyes as if realizing something. Could it be that she intended to kill the brat here to avoid future complications? Thinking this, she couldn't help but speak up. Even if you're the leader of the 5 petals, you're being overly arrogant. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang's face was full of killing intent as she looked at her. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai, her face turning ashen, retreated back to her position. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang continued to stare at Bitch Tan Ki. This brat is odd. The 5 petals absolutely cannot be eliminated in the early stages of the Moon God Festival. I need to see for myself. Bitch Tan Ki smirked. A wise choice. I'll erase those useless words immediately. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai screamed. You damned brat, what did you say? Bitch Tan Ki replied. If it's you, maybe I can play a little longer. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang remained silent and summoned her 3 beasts. Moon Spirit Pearl, a supreme-level lunar light type. Moon Witch, a supreme-level lunar light type. 6-Petal Heaven Reversal, a supreme-level plant type. Then, Saintess Dao Wei Kuang asked, "Where is your beast? Don't tell me it's so scared it ran away?" Bichtan Qi chuckled, "My beast is constipated. It might take a while." Saintess Kuk Wei Dai was dumbfounded. Is that even allowed? Saintess Dao Wei Kuang didn't mind and closed her eyes. It doesn't matter. Take as long as you need. Time passed slowly. After a while, Bichtan Qi took out a pill and swallowed it. Saintess Kuk Wei Dai pointed and shouted, "Hey, you can't use medicine. That's against the rules." Saintess Dao Wei Kuang shook her head. "No, that's not a strengthening drug, it's a cultivation aid. Its effects are mild." So, she was stuck at a bottleneck and wanted to break through before fighting? Suddenly, Bichtan Qi's eyes snapped open. She had broken through to 4 stars. The blue-haired saintess on the platform pondered. If she broke through to 4 stars, she could unleash the full power of her supreme-level beasts. But even at this level, defeating the 6-star saintess Dao Wei Kuang is still impossible. Bichtan Qi smirked. "Alright, not too bad." She then summoned her beasts. Crescent Moon Soul, a supreme-level lunar light type. New Moon Lyre, a supreme-level lunar light type. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang questioned, "Do you really think this will be enough to defeat me? Or are you hoping that when you can't withstand it, someone from Bitch Wei Empire will step in to disrupt things and protect your status?" Bichtan Qi's eyes widened before she pursed her lips and burst out laughing. "Ha ha ha. The Southern Territory. You truly know nothing about the Holy Moon body. Rest assured, you'll soon understand the difference between us." As she finished speaking, Crescent Moon Soul vanished. The purple-skinned girl stared and laughed. "Alright, I get it. I will order all disciples of my sect to return. But I want to stay and watch. To see which fools don't know their limits. And come looking for death." The 2 girls seethed with frustration. This woman truly was hateful. Too afraid to die, yet eager to see others' downfall. If it weren't for the formidable power of the Hoang Tuyen sect, they wouldn't allow her to wreak havoc so freely. The bearded man took the opportunity to touch the girl's shoulders, urging, "Let's go. The situation is urgent now. It's time we choose who enters first. To avoid rejection, all beasts must be of the Wei Kuang system. Second, the intrusion of a supreme-level beast would immediately provoke resistance from Tran Tin Yen Wei against its kind. Only beasts below supreme level can enter." The red-haired girl speculated. "Is that why Wei Fuang hasn't appeared?" The bearded man nodded in agreement. "We're here," the vice principal said as she led a group of students. The 3 of them exchanged worried glances. It was clear there would be significant casualties. Among the students, the vice principal noticed the purple-skinned woman and saw her displeasure. She turned to the students and said, "Alright, students. We are about to enter the territory of Tran Tin Yen Wei. Next, I will explain the rules to you. 1. When Tran Tin Yen Wei is sleeping, it is absolutely unbreakable. 2. Upon awakening, it will unleash chaotic slashes, disintegrating everything in the environment instantly." Tu Luong lay down reading the deer's messages. Tran Tin Yen Wei, though possessing awareness and life, is completely non-communicative. Back then, Emperor Thuong Wei and the Moon God sect failed and returned empty-handed. No matter who approaches, it is futile. Tu Luong remained silent. Besides sleep, it just fights? Are all supreme-level beasts so arrogant? He asked. Is there no time at all when it's calm? Indeed, but perhaps not by its own will. This time, it came to the northern domain, because it sensed an opportunity to evolve. Are you really not coming? Tu Luong turned off his phone, pondering absent-mindedly. Simple-minded little creature. Conquering Tran Tin Yen Wei. How does that concern me? He imagined the aftermath of his attempt to conquer Tran Tin Yen Wei. The headlines would read, "The famed Wei Fuang tragically fell to a supreme-level beast. Moon God Xian Deep exposed as a hoax. Twin Moon sect becomes a laughingstock." The mere thought made him feel faint. This farce would be remembered in history. Tu Luong sat up abruptly, a sudden idea striking him. Back at the site where Tran Tin Yen Wei had appeared, the students were cautiously approaching the crevices. The snake woman had blended in among them. Looking around in surprise, Wei Fuang hadn't shown up. If it were him, surely he'd have a way to conquer Tran Tin Yen Wei. The saintess of Dao Wei Kuang broke into a cold sweat. Could the Tan Wei the and the full moon surpass 3 stars? Tu Luong looked at the full moon and smiled. So that's how it is. A 4-star level can touch the realm of a 7-star Kaitan. The Tan Wei the is indeed extraordinary. But this child hasn't summoned any beast other than Kaitan level ones. It doesn't seem like the Kuyut Wei the. Beasts influenced by the Tan Wei the don't have the capability for cross-level combat. Qiu Wei Hun lashed its tail and sent the saintess of Dao Wei Kuang flying. She couldn't withstand this overwhelming power and could only await her fate. To her surprise, Qiu Wei Hun rose higher instead of attacking her further. Why isn't she attacking me? What is she planning to do? Qiu Wei Hun directed its tail toward a figure hovering midair, the mysterious Hak Wei Tan Sun. The attack from Qiu Wei Hun didn't faze him in the slightest. Hak Wei Tan Sun said, "So the Tan Wei that has made you this arrogant? Huh, bitch Wei Empire? But with your current level, you are far from qualified to intervene in this battle." With a wave of his hand, he summoned lightning that struck and defeated Qiu Wei Hun. With a snap, even Dao Tu Nine's phone was affected and shut off. She screamed, "Oh no, not now, streaming such an exciting moment and now this? My dreams of being famous." She turned to the others. Is everyone's device shut down too? Her eyes widened as she noticed Tho Wei Kuang appearing out of nowhere. It lashed its ears at Hak Wei Tan Sun. He shouted in alarm, "Mag Neem Am." A powerful surge of spiritual energy struck the Bao Wei Nok Tri. Mag Neem, a Kai Tun level being of the Wei Kuang system, observed Tho Wei Kuang with curiosity. "You look like a Tho Wei Kuang. Are you male or female? Can you speak?" Tho Wei Kuang frowned back. Mag Neem sighed, spreading his arms. "Looks like we can't communicate. How boring." The colored patterns on his chest coalesced, and he pulled out 2 needles. Tho Wei Kuang roared and charged forward. Mag Neem swung his ears, striking the rabbit with the needles, sending it flying with a resounding crash. Hak Wei Tan Sun muttered, "It's getting closer." Wei Kai Vong, Dap Fan approached and asked, "What should we do now?" Tu Luong smiled at her. "Don't worry, that's Tho Wei Kuang with the Kuyut Wei physique. Its regenerative power is even more terrifying than the Tan Wei the." At that moment, both Dap Fan and Tram Tin seemed to sense imminent danger. Kong Chua Loi Wei, a Kai Tun level being of the Wei Kuang system, appeared. She raised her hand, gathering lightning from the sky. Massive bolts of lightning as thick as pillars crashed down in succession, obliterating the surrounding structures. After the lightning subsided, the arena shielded by a protective barrier remained unaffected. The new deep huddled together in fear. Bitch Wai Vu sighed in relief. Thank goodness for the protective shield set up by the Song Wei Gao's emperor earlier. She hurriedly looked up at the tower where Tu Luong stood. And what about Moon King? She hadn't been paying attention. But when she looked, she was stunned. The tower where Tu Luong stood was still intact. Black Moon Saint Sun * hovered nearby. Princess Thunder Moon was shocked. Impossible. This can't be. Even an attack of that magnitude can't defeat the Emperor of the Moon King? Tu Luong's face was pale. Damn it, almost scared me to death. The defense of * Ho Trung Wei clearly could withstand even the wild strikes of * Tranquil Star Phantom Moon. Yet it was blown away by a single strike from Princess Thunder Moon. Tranquil Star * stepped forward and said, "Tu Luong, let me handle this." Without waiting for a reply, she soared into the air, unleashing her power. Blades of energy appeared, then fragmented, and flew toward * Black Moon Saint Sun. He warned, "Watch out, here comes the counterattack." Princess Thunder Moon said nothing, holding 2 spears which she hurled, transforming into * Shadow Moon Duelists. A supreme level * Moonlight System * skill. The * Shadow Moon Duelists * called out, * Tranquil Star Phantom Moon. Let us be your opponent. I've heard that you are known as the most powerful supreme weapon, a relic of ancient times. Too bad I was born too late. Otherwise, I would have had a place in that era. They charged forward enthusiastically, but halfway there, they were sliced through by the blades and quickly disintegrated. The *5 Silkworms * looked up in shock. What? Just minutes after the battle began, the first supreme killer had appeared. 2 fallen beasts caused * Black Moon Saint Sun * to suffer backlash. Coughing up blood, his body trembled with rage as he gritted his teeth. Damn it. At that moment, The floating blades hung above them. Black Moon Saint Sun screamed. This is bad. Block it. He summoned illusory moon sentinel. A supreme level moonlight system creature to defend. The blades exploded forward, their power surpassing the lightning columns from before. Dao Xiaoju trembled like a leaf, covering her face and screaming, "Ah, mother of mine!" Moments later, the noise stopped. Illusory moon sentinel was riddled with holes. Dispersing slowly, the blades gradually reassembled, then merged back into tranquil star's body. Tu Luong marveled. So her combat skill isn't just about wielding a blade. Perhaps in its complete form. When her body and the blade merge, she becomes more than just a weapon. Saintess Dao Moonlight sighed. To think a single strike could so heavily wound 3 supreme figures of the Black Moon sect. No wonder Emperor Moon's glory sent us here. A familiar voice rang out, causing Saintess Dao Moonlight to frown. Not surprising for a supreme being. Even Emperor Moon's glory couldn't subdue her. This is the might of the strongest Moonlight system Beast Tamer. The power of the Moon King. Bijtan Ki carried on a stretcher, couldn't resist mocking Emperor Moon's glory, making the 5 silkworms tremble with anger. To Luong, you'd better not be too relaxed. That last strike, even under the full moon, can only be used one more time. Tu Luong said, can it still be used once more? That's enough. It's your turn to get on stage. Try to stall the opposing team as much as possible. Dap Ven sighed in frustration. You really know how to give difficult tasks. Tu Luong took Xian Kuang Butterfly into his palm. The time for the upcoming battle between emperors was nearing. At that moment, Black Moon's sacred mountain coughed violently. It's been a long time since I last felt the pain of losing my beast in battle. The last time was during the full moon 3 years ago. That day, I kneeled before a cold-hearted white-haired youth, like a pitiful stray dog. Will this time be any different? He suddenly laughed. Wei Fuang, regardless of whether or not you are the representative for the Northern Territory's moon god sacrifice, the important thing is that you are sick. So sick that you've forgotten many things. Do you remember what you told me? Why did you spare me? What happened after I lost consciousness that day? Why did the Northern Territory lose a third of its domain? And why did one of your significant beasts disappear? Could it be that you have been abandoned by the gods? Hearing this, Tu Luong clutched his head in pain. He had no recollection or memories related to his past life. Regardless, with the enemy before him, he couldn't afford to waste energy needlessly. Speaking of which, he still didn't know how she would look on the full moon night. If he could manage a 1-on-3 battle, that would be ideal. In the arena, the Moonlight Rabbit stepped forward once more. Mag Naeem squinted. Rapid regeneration? This time, we have something interesting. The Moonlight Rabbit charged forward again. Mag Naeem sneered. You're too slow. It twirled its twin rods at lightning speed. The Moonlight Rabbit ignored the attack and swung its ear, cutting through with a slash. An arm was severed, but immediately, a new ear grew in its place. Mag Naeem frowned. What kind of regeneration is this? It continued to slash at the Moonlight Rabbit, but each wound healed instantly. Panicked, Mag Naeem shouted, did you grow strong eating supreme-level beasts? It dropped its twin rods. Exhausted, just a lowly creature. Wait, I just need to take it to a place it can't escape from. With a powerful swing, Mag Naeem struck the ground, creating a deep hole. HMPH, surely it's crushed into a meat pancake, pinned under the ground a few thousand meters deep. Unable to escape, Tu Luong watched from the tower, surprised by the terrifying power of the rabbit. If it was that powerful, only Tran Tin Yen Wei could deal with it. Suddenly, the ground shook. The Moonlight Rabbit climbed out, now evolved into a mid-level Jade Tail Rabbit. Mag Naeem, drenched in sweat, was shocked. Could it be that this was just a low-level Moonlight Rabbit before? Tu Luong hurriedly opened the Wei Kai book to check on the Jade Tail Rabbit. Mid-level Kuyat Wei body. Moonlight System. Full Moon Stage 3. Combat skills of rapid regeneration. Enhanced physical strength, hardened skin, and boosted jumps. Sao Nok reminded. The Kuyat Wei physique has specialization abilities during the full moon. Evolutionary capabilities increase as activities under the full moon progress. The evolution cycle can be significantly shortened when emotions fluctuate. Tu Luong's eyes widened. It's really evolving? So the Kuyut Wei physique grows continuously over time? Magneem gritted his teeth and muttered. No, this type of thing must never happen. Just the presence of the jade-tailed rabbit is already equal to mine. Do you intend to surpass the supreme boundary? The jade-tailed rabbit opened its mouth. All I need is one night under the full moon. Is that impossible? Magneem was stunned. Did you just speak? The jade-tailed rabbit asked again. Every month is so long, I only need one night. Is that so impossible? Magneem, enraged, swung his fingers sharply. With a slicing sound, both of Magneem's ears were cut off. He mumbled, "Who are you really?" Before he could finish, the jade-tailed rabbit blasted him apart. Hak Wei Tan Sun clutched his chest in pain. Damn it, even Magneem was defeated. He turned his head and looked up. Dap Van appeared high above. Looking down at them, Hak Wei Tan Sun's heart trembled. A beast that can take human form? So it's you who defeated Vu Ba Quan? The blood of the Emperor ran through Hak Wei Tan Sun as three supreme-level beasts stepped forward. Princess Thunder Moon, Lunar Light Attribute. Autumn Night Sky, Lunar Light Attribute. Void Moon Wanderer. Black Moon, Lunar Light Attribute. Hak Wei Tan Sun laughed loudly. You alone cannot defeat me. Can you see the companions I have here? Dap Van interrupted. Don't waste words. I don't want to spend time on these three useless ones. Call out your strongest. Autumn Night Sky shouted. Arrogant talk. Once I defeat a supreme, I can use their combat skills. Which means you are facing the strength of 10 supreme beings at once. Once I defeat you, we'll see if you're qualified to replace any of them. Dap Van mumbled. Such subpar beings. And you flaunt them? If that's the case, then let me show you something special. A move that can only be done under the full moon. A dazzling light flashed, and Dap Van now wielded dual swords. Princess Thunder Moon gasped in shock. That's a weapon of Emperor level. Dap Van exhaled and swung his swords, slicing the three supreme beasts into pieces. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang's eyes widened as she watched. It ended in just an instant? That is the Emperor. Van Ko. Ku Wei Su used her final ability to resurrect Princess Thunder Moon and Autumn Night Sky. Then disappeared. Dap Van remarked. Oh, a sacrificial type that redirects damage? Autumn Night Sky shouted. Don't get too complacent. The scroll opened, revealing a drawing of a butterfly. Dap Van's face showed curiosity as he observed it. The butterfly emitted a flurry of sharp projectiles aimed at Dap Van. She sidestepped them, but the attacks suddenly changed direction, tearing the corner of her dress. Dap Van paused, looking down at the ripped fabric. As more attacks struck her position with a deafening roar, Chan Nong appeared beside her. Tu Dathin said, in the end, the battle techniques you collect are only of this level. Just common skills, which is why you were able to defeat them, right? Dap Van glanced at her and asked, why rely on the strength of those weaker than yourself? In an instant, with a few swift sounds, Tu Dathin was dismantled into 8 pieces. Hak Wei Tan Sun clutched his chest in pain, realizing that he was the last one left standing. I lost, he admitted. Dap Van spoke. If you had listened to my advice from the beginning, you wouldn't have ended up in such a pitiful state. Yes, it was my arrogance, thinking I could defeat Wei Fuang, he admitted, pulling out a piece of paper and setting it ablaze. Moon God Palace. Let us sign the transfer papers. Elsewhere, a 6-tailed fox and Lan Don Thin Tu were secretly observing. The fox yawned, muttering, boring, is it ending just like that? Lan Don Thin Tu said. That child might become the next Ice Queen. The 6-tailed fox scoffed. Really? An Ice Queen? At that level, how could a supreme level being even come close? Before she could finish speaking, a sudden explosion erupted, sending a powerful wave of energy across the sky. The tall tower where Tu Luong stood was leveled, but he was lifted by a swarm of Xian Kuang deep. Dap Fan was forced back by the force of the aura. Tu Luong asked, is this the aura of an emperor? Dap Fan replied, no, of course not, but you could say that this one has taken half a step into the realm of emperors. In front of Dap Fan, an energy sphere appeared, floating. From within, a girl emerged. Saintess Dao Wei Kuang's eyes widened in disbelief. The 6-tailed fox shouted, this is against the rules. Isn't this one of the Moon God Palace's supreme beasts? Why is she being summoned by Hak Wei Tan Sun? Tu Luong quickly pulled out the moon record book for information. A new beast had been unlocked, and the illustrated pages lit up with its entry. Summary. With a high concentration of Emperor's blood from the Moon God Palace in her veins, she is considered a treasure. Even the current saintess cannot easily form a pact with her. Combat power. Infinite. Approaching the level of an emperor's beast. Known as the strongest supreme, 9-turn jade scales. A supreme-level moonlight system beast. On a stretcher nearby, Bitch Ton Ki shouted, "How dare the moon god palace meddle so shamelessly?" Members of the Twin Moon sect echoed her anger. But Bitch Wai Vu shook her head, saying, "If Hak Wei Ton Sun has formed a contract with her, then there's no problem. From now on, she belongs to Hak Wei Ton Sun." 9-turn jade scales yawned, then looked up, stunned. Hak Wei Ton Sun, puzzled, asked, "What's wrong?" 9-turn jade scales replied, "The moonlight here isn't normal. The distribution of the Xian Kuang Deep here is also incredibly strange. No matter how strong the moonlight is, it still cannot attract most of the Xian Kuang Deep. More than half of the northern region." Hak Wei Ton Sun was stunned. More than half of the northern region's Xian Kuang Deep? Forget it. Whatever happens next is out of my control. I need to deal with the current opponent first. Van Ko. So that's how it is, he thought. Her two arms gathered energy and swelled up. Dap Fan readied herself, crossing her twin swords. Both instantly became a flurry of afterimages, clashing continuously. Thuong New Wei murmured, "Too fast. I can't see them at all." The saintess of Dao Wei Kuang furrowed her brows, thinking, the beast of Wei Vong is actually holding its own against the nearly imperial level 9 Choyan Nok Lan? Tu Luong watched intently. Since knowing her, this was the first time he saw her fighting with all her strength. This was also the first time he witnessed such an epic battle. As a human, he could no longer intervene. After a while of battling, Dap Fan retreated, panting. 9 Choyan Nok Lan joined her hands, gathering spiritual energy and shooting it straight at Dap Fan. With a loud bang, Dap Fan was enveloped in the spiritual energy but managed to teleport away just in time. She turned her head and saw Tu Luong, though Doi Nok stepped in front of him as a shield. Tu Luong's eyes widened as even though Nok was injured, the power was truly astonishing. But if he remembered correctly, the Kuyat Wei physique fluctuated with time and emotions, becoming even stronger. Though Doi Nok quickly regenerated and coiled, leaping towards 9 Choyan Nok Lan. Surprised, she turned to see Though Doi Nok closing in and grabbing her tightly. 9 Choyan Nok Lan shouted, "Hey, wait, why are you attacking sneakily?" Though Doi Nok didn't respond, slamming her to the ground. Dap Fan seized the moment, crossing her twin swords and merging them, using her strongest technique to slash downwards. Hak Wei Ton Sun, realizing the danger, shouted, "Princess Loi Wei, help quickly." Princess Loi Wei raised her hand, shouting, "Heavenly full voltage." Thunder gathered in the sky as she sensed something. Turning her head, Tram Tin Yen Wei was now approaching her. When did Tram Tin Yen Wei get here? I need to protect Ton Sun first, she thought. Tram Tin Yen Wei swept past Princess Loi Wei with a boom, causing her to explode. Meanwhile, 9 Choyan Nok Lan, now surrounded and furious, spoke with a cold tone. "You dare ambush me, you lowly insects?" Her hands gathered an energy orb. Feel the fear, infinite jade wall. From her, countless sharp wind blades shot out, severing everything in their path. Dap Fan turned into energy to evade and flew behind Though Doi Nok. That was close, Dap Fan thought. The speed of mist form couldn't keep up with the formation of the moon ring. I almost got torn to pieces. I'll just hide behind this rabbit for a while. Fortunately, no matter how injured it gets, it can still recover. But continuing like this would be endless. If only it could be delayed for a minute. That would be good. Moon Pursuer ***'s eyes suddenly widened. From afar, fragments shot past ***though Nok ***, striking the sharp edge and causing it to disintegrate. 9-turn jade scale * gasped in shock. What the hell? Is that * tranquil star phantom moon? How troublesome. We were so close to finishing this. Moon Pursuer * sensed the moment had come. Thinking, let's end this now. She released the twin swords, crossed her arms, and raised them. What an embarrassing stance, thought someone watching. At that moment, energy began to gather around her, forming a vortex. 9-turn jade scale * was stunned, staring at the ever-growing storm of power. Who exactly are you? State your name. Moon Pursuer * spoke. I am Moon Pursuer, the Moon Chaser. If you survive this attack, I might consider making you one of my subordinates. 9-turn jade scale * clenched her teeth and laughed loudly. I am your mother. She clasped her hands together and shouted, asterisk destructive jade wind, asterisk asterisk. A massive black hole appeared. Saintess Dao Moonlight asterisk screamed in alarm. That's the most powerful combat skill. Of asterisk 9 turn jade scale. Anything that touches the black hole will be destroyed. Moon Pursuer asterisk harnessed her power, projecting the image of a colossal deer, charging headfirst into the black hole. With a thunderous crash, the black hole exploded inside the arena. Everyone watched silently. Black Moon Saint Sun asterisk suddenly burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. So, not even a match. What a pitiful supreme battle. That's enough. The gods must be entertained by this sight. With those words, he vanished. At that moment, the moon began to be enveloped in darkness. Saintess Chrysanthemum Moon Platform asterisk screamed. Damn it, why can't I see anything all of a sudden? Saintess Dao Moonlight asterisk reminded her. Stay calm. The night suddenly turned dark. Tu Luong, now strangely composed, thought to himself, to be honest, my heart was racing throughout this supreme battle. But now, facing the Emperor, I suddenly feel no fear at all. Moon Pursuer asterisk approached and asked, so, are you confident? Tu Luong smiled. I don't think there's any chance of losing. Moon Pursuer asterisk was taken aback. Are you serious? That's bold. You sound just like Moon Fang used to. The earlier words of asterisk Black Moon Saint Sun brought flashes of memories that didn't seem to exist. Or rather, they felt more like illusions. Memories such as a past self, raised in the moon god palace of the northern region, or scenes of the past self's mother, or moments from his youth. To confirm the authenticity of these memories, he had once written a journal in English. However, one day, all those memories were erased by an unknown entity. So, in reality, there was no body snatching involved. The former self was truly him. From birth, he had carried memories of his past life to this world. But one day, he was forced to erase all those memories and became the version of himself from 3 years ago. It wasn't until 2 months ago that he managed to regain a portion of those memories. If this were true, then the entity responsible must be beyond his current reach. Furthermore, just as Black Moon Sacred Mountain had mentioned, 3 years ago, he did indeed forget a crucial beast. This was the reason why he became an apostle of the gods. From within the dark clouds, a colossal claw descended. The vast arena shrank under this enormous shadow. It was the Ta Wei Ba Jok Lin, an emperor-level lunar light creature. The crowd in the arena panicked, and chaos ensued as cracks began to appear in the protective shield. Tu Luong narrowed his eyes at the shield, realizing it wouldn't hold much longer. He hoped it wouldn't senselessly harm the innocent. Ta Wei Ba Jok Lin looked down and sighed. Who knows what era this is now? But Black Moon has waned significantly. The Black Moon Sacred Mountain urgently called out. Lord Kai Lin, I sacrificed 25 years of my life to bring you back to this world to defeat an apostle of the gods. Ta Wei Ba Jok Lin muttered. An apostle of the gods? Its eyes glanced downward. So, the Northern Territory no longer resonates with the will of half its followers. Has the Black Moon religion come to an end? If so, then let's make this the final, exhilarating battle. Tu Luong, supported in the air by Xian Kuang butterflies, pulled out a vial of Phi An Fan Dong solution. Dap Van, who had accompanied Tu Luong to the Song Wei sect before, was puzzled. What are you doing? She called out. Tu Luong opened the vial and poured it out. Dap Van yelled. That's an extremely precious liquid from a high-level emperor. You're just throwing it away? What are you thinking? Tu Luong replied. I have a feeling this might help them find their way more easily. Dap Van didn't understand his words and turned her gaze back to the arena. Everyone followed suit. Looking up, in the distance, a swarm of tiny lights slowly approached. Tu Luong murmured, Ah, the master of the Wei Kai book. Along with the apostles of Wei Du, I summon all the Xian Kuang butterflies in the Northern Territory. I wish to make a pact with all of you. At that moment, the sky was filled with countless Xian Kuang butterflies. This was the message he had sent through the Xian Kuang butterflies to their kin a few days prior. The Xian Kuang butterflies in breeding grounds all flew out simultaneously. Those that had been bound by contracts with others also ended their pacts voluntarily and hid throughout the Northern Territory. Waiting until the Emperor's battle began to return, Wei Kai continuously flipped through the pages of the book. Bichtan Qi asked, Is the Emperor of Wei Fuang arriving soon? The Kuk Wei Dai maiden shouted. Look at the beasts of Wei Fuang. Why are they suddenly abandoning him and leaving? The Dao Wei Kuang maiden said. Fool, they are withdrawing because this place is about to become the battlefield of the emperors. Tu Luong looked up and shouted. Contemporary moon god, are you watching? I wonder if the opening of this moon god festival will satisfy your taste. If you have awakened, then enjoy witnessing this miracle. Ta Wei Ba Jock Lin glanced at the sky, filled with annoying Xian Kuang butterflies. Although they posed no significant threat, their sheer number was enough to make anyone uneasy. Even though he wanted to crush them with one blow, he couldn't spoil the interest of the gods. Tu Luong muttered to himself. Almost there, countless Xian Kuang butterflies registered contracts with him, reaching astronomical numbers. The Moon Chronicle turned page after page until it reached the last one. But it couldn't turn any further. Tu Luong's face darkened. Just a little more. This must be the most difficult page of the Moon Book to turn. He once believed that the Moon Chronicle could unveil the gods. But the forcibly hidden information about the seven Huyan reminded him that the Moon Chronicle was merely a tool of the gods. Perhaps his original strength even surpassed that of the Moon Book. At that moment, a Xian Kuang butterfly approached, and the electric noise boomed loudly. Tu Luong's eyes widened as he saw the last page of the Moon Chronicle shift. With a loud bang, an unimaginable force erupted. The six-tailed fox sat up in terror. A power capable of frightening emperors. What on earth is it? At that moment, a voice came from behind them. No wonder even the southern region is affected, so that's what it is. The speaker was Emperor Thuong Wei, Moon King. Regardless of whether you represent the northern region or not, you can join me at the final point of the Moon God Festival. But now, there is no need to watch any longer. Saying this, she disappeared. The six-tailed fox's heart raced. Goodness, Emperor Thuong Wei standing behind me? Almost scared the life out of me like a ghost. In the sky, the butterflies spread out, covering the entire sky. Below, regardless of which faction they belonged to, everyone knelt down and looked up. Bitch Wai Vu's eyes filled with tears. A lifelong wish of mine, to witness this miracle. Hak Wei Tan Sun turned to ask. So, can you handle it? Ta Wei Ba Jock Lin paused for a moment, then laughed. Little brat, ha ha ha, you want me to face the figure before us? Though brief, the mission of our Hak Wei religion ends here. This place is the final point. Go ahead, witness the grand finale. This is not an era that belongs to us. The emissary of the gods. Is it? In all my years, I've never heard of such a divine emissary. Behind Tu Luong stood a colossal black butterfly. It was the Moon Radiant's 12 Palaces guardian. The Golden Butterfly Palace's second guardian. The 8 Medicine Moon Sovereign. With a bitter smile, Hak Wei Tan Sun muttered. So that's how it is. This is no longer a battle of emperors. Is it? The Moon Radiant's 12 Palaces gently fluttered its wings, and the residual force swept across everyone and all the beasts present. None could withstand it. Some people collapsed unconscious, while others struggled to sit up before succumbing. Even powerful beings like Chom Tin and Dap Van could not hold out. The six-tailed fox and Lan Don Thien too, who were far off, were also affected. What kind of power is this? They wondered. A mere breeze could shake an entire continent. This kind of existence would mean even the entirety of the Central Realm is no more. The energy emitted from the Moon Radiant's 12 palaces blasted directly at the lunar moon 8-horned spirit. It opened its mouth and spoke. It is an honor beyond words. In this lifetime, I have no regrets. After my death, I hope to become part of the eternal moonlight, lasting through time. With those words, the lunar moon 8-horned spirit completely disintegrated. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe to support the channel and help it grow. Goodbye and see you next time.